And we are live. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. It's July 4th, 2021. Happy Independence Day if you are observing here in the United States, or whether you're abroad or whether you're here. If you do want to celebrate it, let's hit that thumbs up, people. We only have 6 thumbs up, which, to start is not good. So we need to get that thumbs up. But I want to say hello to everybody. It's been a very interesting week. Good to be back for another live stream. And we are now taking a look today at Windows 11. I did the preview, Windows 11 preview on the Insider program. And I'm impressed with it so far, although I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be buttoned up on it. They're going to improve a lot of things and so forth. They add more features. Not all the features are there. But so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and that is pretty good. We got 23 likes. That's a lot better. We got 45 of you watching. I want to just say shout out to everybody. Again, Independence Day here in the United States. So we just want to wish everybody a happy Independence Day, and to make sure you're safe with the fireworks and so forth. Try not to do anything that would endanger anybody else. But anyway, I hope all of you have been doing well, and I'm glad to see everybody joining us on the live stream. Now, just a little recap. I was able to release a video on Friday. It's my finally release it. It's the Samsung Galaxy Book 360, or the Galaxy Book Pro 360, I should say, review. It's my 30-plus day review, and I like it, although I did have some issues with the display. So for those of you that didn't watch it, go over to my channel, check it out. You'll be able to get everything you want to know about that, hopefully, from that laptop. If it's a decision to buy or not to buy, I do like it, so don't get me wrong. I did give it, I think I get it like 83%, which is a good score on my channel, of course, but could have been higher. Could have been higher in terms of that display if they just went a little bit brighter, a little too reflective on that display. So the combination of low brightness and highly reflective nature of the display, not a good combination, but nonetheless, it's still a beautiful display. Just could have been that much better. So let's go to the chats and say hello to a few people here. Those of you filing in right now. I see we got JC. Good morning to you, JC. You're getting better battery life with Windows 11. Yeah, I'm seeing pretty good battery life also, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Happy 4th of July to Rafael Perez. How are you, my friend? Good to see William once again back in the house. Happy 4th of July, my friend. Can you believe this year is half over already? I cannot. It is going by so fast. Right, exactly. Good to see Paul. How are you, my friend? Lovely to see you as well, and happy Independence Day. Thank you. I appreciate that, Paul, all the way from Africa, and hope you've been doing well as well. So I'm happy that I could log in. Yeah, I'm glad you could log in, and that's good to see you. And yeah, good to see Handquake, one of our moderators, me rocking the 1-year badge. Yes, congratulations to Handquake. Thank you so much for moderating and helping out the channel. It really is much appreciated. Also a member of the channel. Excited about Windows 11. Yeah, I'm actually really liking it. You could get a couple of windows here on there. You can see I have the Dell XPS 139310, and I have it running Windows 11 preview on the Insider program. Good to see Fan. How are you? Hope your language will be better today. Hello from Finland to Harry. Good to see you. Yes, and that second monitor really is great. That's for sure. I know you're using the UX 482, I believe, from Asus, the ZenBook Pro. That's a very nice, or maybe it's the 581. I don't remember. I think I saw it here. But you are rocking the dual displays with that ScreenPad 2.0. We got Kasara. Good evening good evening to you, Kasara. 7 thumbs up. Let's go. Let's get it up. 35. We actually have 35 now. 66 of you watching. Hello, everybody. We don't need the music. That's already off anyway. Does Windows 11 Android run smoothly? I don't believe Android apps are yet running on this preview. That's a feature they're going to add hopefully soon. I don't think it's there yet on that preview. Again, this is not coming out officially till October or sometime around there. So just bear with us. Bear with Microsoft, rather, not with me. But yeah, I don't think there's Android. There will be Android apps running through the Amazon store. Now, before we begin, just to let you know, super chats, super stickers, memberships, of course, you'll get priority as far as comments or questions. So if you want to become a member to help support the channel, that definitely helps, because I got a lot of stuff I had to buy the Dell XPS 15, I special ordered for my own. I expect to get review units for both the Dell XPS 15 and 17 from Dell, the new models, the 9710 and 9510 respectively. And I ordered one for myself. I ordered the one in white, the Dell XPS 15. I ordered it with the OLED display, Core i9. I put 32 gigabytes of RAM. I could always up it to 64 if I wanted to. So this is going to be my personal laptop that I'm going to use for the rest of the year. We'll see how that goes. $3,000, not cheap, and it's supposedly coming the last week, or the third week or last week here in July. So stay tuned. I'll have a lot on that. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. So somewhere there is someone who spent their last day with 10 fingers. Yeah, don't do anything stupid with the fireworks, people. Just try to enjoy it. Independence Day here in the United States, so you don't want to do anything to ruin that. So we also have 83 of you watching. Good to see you. Good to see Robert. How are you, my friend? Happy 4th of July to you. Yes, time is going by fast. All right, getting through some of these. Got a lot of comments today. I'm one person. We got some moderators here. So let's just get right to the business. What are we talking about today? We are talking about, and let me put it here. So on the screen you see here, you see the Windows 11. This is the preview, and this is the Insider program, and I'll put it full screen in a moment, but I just wanted to get everything set up here. So you can see this is running Windows 11, but actually I could just put the full screen here. Couple of big changes here with Windows 11. Now, if you want to get the Insider preview, you have to sign up for the Windows Insider program. And let me put myself down here. Windows Insider program, it's free to sign up. I think it's open to the public if you want to help beta test, if you want, and you got to sign up and you got to put it to the dev channel, the developers channel, because it won't be available in any other channel. Surprisingly running very fluid. This is the Dell XPS 9310. I did install it as well on the HP Elite Folio, which is running Windows on ARM. It's got the Snapdragon 8CX Gen 2 chip in that, and running surprisingly well on that as well. Very fluid, very snappy. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but let's start off with the Dell XPS 9310 is what this is running on. And you can see the start menu is now moved to the center. I don't know what everybody thinks about the start menu. Now, as far as those asking for the wallpaper, those wallpapers are actually available if you go through the Windows Insider program. They give you these wallpapers or themes, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. So there are themes on this. So the difference right off the bat you can see is that you do get, let me move the comment out of there. You do get everything centered here. It's no longer to the left. So you have your start button. And what you'll notice is the icons look different. You'll see the rounded corners of the windows. It's an interesting layout, and I actually think it's more intuitive. I actually think it's a nice streamlined look, and I actually think it looks pretty good. Now, I'm running the dark mode, but you could change the theme. If I hit the personalize, I can change the theme, and it'll change from dark mode. Let's try light mode here. And as you can see there, it changes everything to the light mode. We'll keep it for the light mode right now. And I like the look a lot, Robert, as well. It is a pretty looking it's a pretty looking OS. It's a UX, a user experience. I think it does look pretty good. Curious about the battery life, though, and the cross compatibility. So far, I'm seeing pretty good battery life. I'm going to talk more about that in an upcoming video. Yeah, I hope they run hard getting this working with touch as well as pen. Yeah, so touch is working perfectly, and I can show you. I'm touching it right now. Actually, let me go to this camera. You can see me using my finger here. Now, the pen works on as well, not on this one. There's no pen support on this Dell, but it does work perfectly. So far, I have not had any issues on the HP Elite Folio. So that's been running good. So getting back to this, you can see here, so everything, the start menu, the windows around it, which is a little bit on the corners there. I'm putting the cursor there. And then you'll also notice that the notification panel has changed as well. So if you go here, you'll see your notifications. It looks a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more fluid, just a nicer look overall. Aesthetically, it looks pretty good. Did I drink vodka? No, Than. I didn't drink vodka. I believe you can move the menu to the default to the left in an activated version if you desire. That's what I was reading also. Now, the other thing, getting back to the start menu, you also have the Microsoft Store, and they've made some changes in the Microsoft Store. As you can see, you're going to be able to also install Android apps. It's not available just yet, but as you can see, a little bit of a different look. And then if you start typing apps such as Zoom, so let's say Zoom or something, it'll show you Zoom rooms or whatever, but it's going to have all the apps that you want whenever you type in there. Again, this is also preview, so they will be adding features. They may be taking away some, who knows? They're going to tighten it up. Right now, it's running pretty well. Now, the power options are kind of interesting. Now, when you do click on the icon here, you'll notice that you can look at the, you get your wireless here. You can see it's connected to mine. I'm connected to the HP 930 Creators wireless mouse, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. We got the airplane mode. You got the battery saver mode, so you could change that. Right now it's plugged in, so I'm not going to change that. Alarms, accessibility, you could control, you can control volume. You could also control brightness. We got our first super chat from our good buddy, Robert. Thank you so much. $49.99, more than generous, my friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you for such generosity. I can't stress that enough. Now, getting back to this, as far as that menu is concerned, I really do like it. And the App Store looks a lot better than it did before. It looks a lot more updated, a little bit more streamlined in a lot of ways. It's going to be a lot easier. And again, when we get Android apps on this, running through the Amazon store on this, you're going to have a lot more. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out, Windows can snap better. So you see what I'm doing here? So I got an open window here, and then when you hover over it, you get, let me do it again, you get these panels here. You could actually snap them. So say I want to snap one window to the left, and then if I open another window, well, I don't want to use, actually, let me say new window here. So let me do a new window, and I hover over that, and then I could put that one on the right, and you have a lot more control snapping-wise and so forth. And to me, that is pretty intuitive. You could still do the same snapping. If you want a full screen, you could just lift it right to the top, and it goes right to the top. Or if you go to the side, it goes to the side. So you get a lot of controls over those windows. Good to see you, Duck Vision. It's not running Android apps yet, Than. It will be coming soon. We'll see it. Hopefully soon when they add features to that. Yeah, I agree, Robert. Really nifty feature. Very intuitive. Paul, I agree. Now, let me go to this camera. If I swipe to the right, and I'm going to use this hand. I'm just going to swipe there. You got new widgets. Now, this is pretty interesting. So the widgets, let me zoom in a little bit. You can see here, and actually, let's go back to this. And you can see the widgets are a lot more organized now. And I don't know if we can add more later on. Right now, we're limited to the weather here. You got suggestions on stocks. NBA, I'm a big NBA fan, sports fan in general. Oh, you can add widgets right here. You got your top stories on that. So it's been actually pretty good. I'm liking this. You got all your news stories down here. Let's see what other widgets you can add. So if you can say add widgets, then these are your options. You got calendar, to do, tips, traffic, exports, weather, watch list, photos, sports. And from what I understand, they're going to add more as time goes on. As you can see, the weather here, it's 93 degrees here in Las Vegas. Not too bad, actually, but it's going to get up to 104 today. But look at those numbers, people. 110, 112, 114. We never get used to that. It's hot. So those are the widgets here. Those were the widgets. Yeah, you got it here. You come here, SJ, you get what you want. You got it, my friend. This is a very interactive channel. So the big changes so far, start menu, the App Store, as you see here, that's been changed. Notification panels have changed. The snapping has changed. And then, of course, widgets have changed. So I really do like it. Now, is it a huge jump from Windows 10? Not really. It's sort of like, I would say, going from Remember when we went from Windows Vista, was it Vista to Windows 7? That kind of change maybe wasn't terrible, or that maybe that's not such a great analogy. Windows 8 was terrible, so Windows 10 was good, and now we're getting a build on that. So this is like sort of based on Windows 10. You're liking the new operating system. I think it's running rather fluid, and I'm noticing a little bit better battery life. And it seems a little bit more fluid, believe it or not. Now, this particular unit, what we're looking at here, is running the Core i7-1185G7 integrated Iris Xe graphics. Of course, it's the Dell XPS 139310. Windows ME, wasn't that was pretty bad, remember? Can you extract widgets? I'm not sure if you can, or at least not yet. Window widgets, I think, are pretty fixed right now. You can remove them, I think, and then you could, of course, add which ones you want. You may be able to rearrange them as well. So you can actually add, you see, I just took it out, and now you can put it back. I could put it back in, or I hope I could put it back in. Let's see here. What am I doing? Oh, weather. So the calendar is out. I got to play with this, but yeah, you could pretty much, you can add in. Okay, I see what you're doing. It's already added in. So once you hit the plus, if I want traffic, I just added traffic. And let's take a look at that. And you can see the traffic. There you go. We don't need my address here. But anyway, you can pretty much get an idea of what you can do in Windows 11 here. And again, the themes are the other thing. If you right click here, you can go to personalize. And there are different themes here. Now, I did run the dark theme to start this live stream. There's some other themes here. I can hit this one. It's a pretty interesting one here. That looks pretty interesting. And it changes everything. It changes the windows. It changes, this is moving to a darker theme here. And then if I go to personalize, let's see what other themes they have. A little bit more colorful on this one. More in the dark theme there. And again, we're looking at this, and it's an OLED display. You can see it here. Let me zoom out a little bit. I'm not liking this one too much. It looks like Pringles. It doesn't look like Pringles, potato chips. Let's and then you can go back to the one we were using. Let's stick with the light one for now. I think it looks pretty good. And obviously on an OLED display, you want to use a dark theme, but I'm using the light theme on this just for get you an idea of what they actually offer. Yeah. That is fun. All right, we got 109 of you watching, but only 49 likes. What is the deal, people? Hit that like button. Let's get that thumbs up. Let's get a 1-to-1 ratio here. There's no excuse, my friends. No excuse. I put a lot of work in here. Why do we only, now we have 50. Okay, we're getting there. 112 of you watching. The dark theme looks good. We could change it to the dark theme. Let's go back to this. And we can personalize it. And we can go back to the dark theme here. And there's others. Let's try this one. I just want to see what this looks like. This is a light theme, but more of a horizon there with some lake and some sun and some grass and so forth. A little more serene, but I go for the more darker themes. Let's go back to this one. This is what I'm liking a lot. And there you go. So just to give you an example of what is out there. I appreciate that, my friend. Zakir, very complimentary. I appreciate that. Okay, we got 113. That's good. All right. How's everybody doing? For those joining us late, it's Andrew here in Las Vegas, as you can see from the graphics on the display or on your screen. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day for those celebrating in the United States. I am celebrating Independence Day. Just stay safe. Don't do anything foolish with the fireworks. Enjoy it, and everybody can have a good time. YouTuber who works so hard, only 1,000 views. YouTuber with cringe content, 1 million views. Well, I get more than 1,000 views, but I get the point, fan. It's just the way it is, and I'm growing. And that reminds me, and thanks for bringing that up. I'm trying to reach 120,000 subscribers sooner rather than later. We're about to hit 115,000. I think we have 114 and change. Let's get to 115. Let's get moving towards 120. I want to start growing it faster. We have a nice steady rate of increase in every month in subscribers and followers, but I'd like to see it go up faster. Okay, so let's grow the channel, and the way we can grow the channel, share my content, subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. You want to become a member. That helps support the channel, helps me buy these devices like the Dell XPS 15, which I will do a special amount of videos on as well. So definitely will help. I'm also upgrading my camera system. I'm moving to the Pocket Cinema 6K Pro from Blackmagic. I want to integrate it with my A10 Mini Extreme, which you see here. So I want to be able to control the camera from my camera switcher. I'll be able to, depending on the lens I use, of course, if it's a motorized lens, I can zoom in and do all that stuff. So a lot of stuff going on right now. There you go. So can the 6th gen laptop be upgraded to Windows 11? And that's been the big controversy, right? Who can get Windows 11? And the answer is, I believe it's a 7th gen. Am I correct on that, people? The cutoff is 7th gen equivalent. But from what I understand, you'll still be able to run it on it. You'll still be able to sideload it in maybe, but you just won't be able to get it automatically as an upgrade from Microsoft. At least that's what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong. People are probably more read up on that than I am, but there you go. So as a tablet, we'll show that in a moment. As a tablet, it's working okay. They did do away with the tablet mode, but I think it's okay. I think the way they've optimized it, the way they've streamlined this OS, I think they've done a good job on that. In fact, we could probably bring in Windows on ARM. So this is a traditional processor. Again, this is the Core i7-1185G7 on this Dell. So if I bring in another one here, so we could bring in this. This is the Elite Folio, and this is from HP. So let's unhook this one, and we're going to bring this back in a moment. So don't worry. And then if I put this one here, and let's switch cameras there. And we'll get it connected up, and you can see here, and I have a different wallpaper on this one. This is a wallpaper you can get on my lock screen, but you could put it as your wallpaper. You can get it once you sign up for the Windows Insider program as a gift. They sent that with one dark one, and I think one light mode type of wallpaper or theme. So, but I'm running the dark theme here as I did. Now, the difference with this one is this is running Windows on ARM. And for those wondering what's Windows on ARM, that is a chipset very similar to the M1 from Mac, although not quite as powerful, of course. But it is not from Intel, of course, not from AMD. It's more like your smartphone processor from Qualcomm, and this is the Snapdragon. What you're working on here is a processor, the Snapdragon 8CX Gen 2. And so this is running their Windows, and I gotta say, it's been very smooth, very snappy on this one. So if, again, you wanna snap the windows, you could put this one here. And then if I do another window, and I don't see too much delay, and you see it there. And then if I want to put this one over here, just click that. Boom, you got two working windows side by side. Tall nature of this display, of course, this is a 3:2 aspect ratio, and then you can see that there. So Windows on ARM, everything is working pretty snappy, pretty fluid. You have the pen here, and for those that don't remember, this has a pen very similar to a carpenter's pen, very similar to the one we saw with the Surface Pro X, and you can see it here. Very, very good, and it's working. I'm going to show you right-handed, but I'm really left-handed. But you can see you can drag and drop. You can do all sorts of things, but it's very responsive. It charges and stores in in its silo there. Uses the Microsoft Pen Protocol 2.0, and there you go. But if I want to, let's see. I don't know if they put paint on this version. I'm not really sure, but you see a little delay there. I'm trying to find something, and let me see a search. I don't know if it's loading for the first time. I'm not sure if that's working right. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, but you see I'm clicking it and nothing's happening. So again, preview mode, don't hold it against Microsoft. This is not released to the public officially, not until October. But nonetheless, you can see that you're definitely getting a much better look with this. Now, I don't know if there's paint here. And there's paint, I see it. And again, the pen is working. It's working. Let me see what it looks like on here. So you can see I'm using the pen. You can see me using it here, but you could actually see the screen here. And I'm using my right hand. I'm left-handed, but there you go. So pen is working. Everything seems to be working okay. There you go. Now ARM CPUs, and I gotta see what's going on with that. I'm not gonna save that wonderful artwork. ARM CPUs are good. The OS was not taking advantage of the CPU properly. Optimization is needed, which is Apple's forte. They're working on it. From what I understand, Microsoft's working on it. There is also a preview, and I'm going to show that maybe in a separate video, of Office 11 optimized for Windows on ARM, 64-bit. That's supposedly working very well. I will install that probably today. So you want a tablet with Windows 11, this is maybe one to look at. And again, the benefit of this tablet, of course, let me zoom out a little bit. Let me get back there. And then, don't mind me in there. You can see, you can put it into the different modes. You have like an easel mode here. And then, of course, you have the tablet mode. And that is good for taking notes, sketching out artwork. You can see it's upside down right now, but if this wasn't connected to all the things I'm connecting it to, you would definitely get the picture here. And then you can see another angle there. So, and again, for those wondering, this is the HP Elite Folio. This is a Windows on ARM, PC on ARM. So that's running the Snapdragon 8CX Gen 2. Picture is not good at all. Picture on this, it's a reflective display. No question about that, but it's a nice display. I wouldn't say it's not good. Maybe maybe you need to maybe your connection to the internet is not good. Who knows? 133 of you watching. Yeah, fan, take it easy, my friend. Take it easy. What do you think of the Explorer partial redesign? I like it. I like this redesign. I think it's more streamlined. Again, you're seeing a lot of reflections on this display. Very streamlined, very, very aesthetically nice or aesthetically pleasing. I kind of like these rounded corners on the edges there. And you can see it here. I like it. I'm happy to. Okay. Good to see Jeff here, who uses Outlook all the time. So you'll definitely see that. Oh, my camera's no good. Okay. No problem. No problem. He doesn't like this camera. I had to change my other camera. I'm using the Sony right now. I had to, there's a problem with the HDMI port, but I'm changing my camera setup. I'm going with a cinema look. I ordered the Pocket Camera 6K Pro, and that's coming very soon. So stay tuned. That's going to be interesting. It's cost me a lot of money for the lens and for the unit itself or the camera itself. So bear with me, people. When are we going to see the review of the Extreme Gen 4 that was announced? Hopefully soon. I have a good relationship with Lenovo, and I expect to get a review unit on that. I got the XPS 15 on order. If those joining us late, I went with the white. 32 gigabytes of RAM. I went with the Core i9, 11th gen H series processor, the 3060 Ti. I think that was the highest one I can go with as far as the GPU. And I went with the OLED display, 3.5K display. I'm looking forward to that one. That's going to be my personal laptop that I'm going to use daily. So stay tuned. That's going to be my personal one. But I do expect to get review units from Dell as well. Microsoft Store. So if we go back to here, we got, if you hit this button, we can go to the store right here. And again, this is Windows on ARM. And look, it's not really too terrible as far as any kind of lag. And you can see a little delay there when I was little jitteriness maybe, but not bad at all so far with this preview build. And this is, of course, running Windows on ARM. So you can use the store here. Now, Android apps will be coming later on, and that will be, of course, something very interesting. It's going to be through the Amazon store, but you can actually add Windows apps to there, more popular ones, and so forth. All right, people. Okay, You're watching who are you watching? 2 live streams at once? Different YouTubers, Muhammad? Okay, good. Good for you. You're a multitasker. All right. How's everybody doing? We're now 32 minutes into a live stream. It goes by fast, I'll tell you, when you're having fun. Happy Independence Day to everybody. The 120 of you are watching. We got 91 likes. Let's get it over 100. No excuse, people. Let's get this spread out over YouTube. Let me take some coffee here. All right. Any other questions on this? Let's see. When are we going to see the review of the X1? We talked about that. I don't know yet. And we will see a comparison with the Dell XPS 159510. You can guarantee that, my friends. Book it. Happy 4th of July. You have to go to work, Michael. Have a good day at work. Glad you could stop by. Is the jitter or lag due to the failure of optimization or due to the low frame rate of the screen? Well, this is a 60 hertz display. So I think it's more to do, I saw a little bit. It's actually cleared up. It's actually running surprisingly well, Paul, for an ARM chip for Windows. But I think it's also to do with it's not fully optimized yet. And again, this is an early preview build, so you can't fault them too much. How many hours Windows 11 on ARM last? Well, this lasted pretty well. I don't remember in my video on that. I think we saw, let me see if I have any numbers here that I can share with you, because I am going to go do a follow-up video with this, a full review. Let me go. I think I did the battery test on this. I did. And then my surf test, I started with 95% with my continuous web surfing test, and it lasted, just give me a second here. And the most recent, 15 hours and 29 minutes with 4% remaining. So you're looking at over 15 and a half hours on my continuous web surfing test over Wi-Fi. And here you can see it, 15 hours and 29 minutes, 4% left. So real world usage, 12 to 13 hours, depending on what you're doing. Maybe more again, depending on, again, what tasks are at hand. What is my opinion, according to Petro, what is my opinion for Windows 11? Is it better than Mac OS? I like Mac OS. I use, as you know, I edit on a Mac, so I'm used to it. And I like them both. I'm platform agnostic, but I got to say, I'm really liking this Windows 11 layout here. The aesthetics look good. It's streamlined. I'm kind of digging this Windows 11 right now, maybe because it's new, maybe that'll wear off, but let's see. I do like the Mac OS, but something about this aesthetically pleases me. So there you go. I have tried Linux. I haven't tried it on these machines. I'm not sure about the ARM, whether you can put Linux on it. Maybe you can. I don't know. But that's interesting. Windows 11 and the HP Spectre X360. I could put the preview on a lot of these laptops, but I wanted to give you one with the Intel chip, and of course one with the I have one with AMD, but I didn't bring that with me. I forgot. But that one as well can run Windows 11. Again, not all of them are going to be able to run. It depends. I think the cutoff is 6th gen, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong, or 7th gen. I think 6th gen, you're out of luck. 7th gen, you might be okay. After that, I think, everything else should be fine. When upgrading to Windows 11, the actual release, to also check your computer maker's website for firmware and other updates for your computer model. That is correct. Thank you for that good pointer, William. How is the heating issue? Mine is the i5 7th gen, Avita Libre. I don't know what that is. 12.5 getting heating, closing lid shut. I don't know. Are you running Windows 11 Insider? You talking about Windows 11? I don't know that laptop, but let us know. Hey, can we do some .NET framework for programming on Windows on ARM? I think you can. I think once they release the emulator, the 64-bit emulator out of beta. Right now, it's still in beta, I believe. So I'm not a programmer, but that makes sense. Can you try to run some virtual machines on this Windows 11? Interesting what the performance will be. I have not tried that yet. Could be pretty interesting. Paul agrees with William. I agree with you. And on top of that, the hassle of reinstalling content. Are you doing a clean install? Is that what you guys are talking about? Anyway, that's Windows 11. So let me know what you guys think about it. We got 126 of you watching. And I want to say happy 4th of July to those that are joining us late. We are looking at Windows 11 Insider Preview. So how is everybody doing? Let's see what other comments and questions I can take. Again, those of you joining us late, memberships are open that help support the channel. I'm going out of pocket to buy some good stuff. I have the Dell XPS 159510 coming. So if you want to help support the channel, we have 3 tiers on memberships. And then, of course, you could always do super chats, super stickers. That helps. That also gets your comment or question prioritized, and you'll be bumped to the front of the line. And speaking of the devil, another super chat from our good buddy. You know who it is. It's Executor Raptor. How are you, my friend? Finally, Microsoft hired a good UI and UX designer. Furthermore, an agnostic. So you admit your heresy? Because it sounds like heretic talk, I guess. All right. But thank you for the 50 and okay. When I say I am platform agnostic, as he's joking, of course, at least I think he is, I don't care which one I'm using as long as it's the right tool for the right job. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. But thank you, Executor, for that 50 and okay. All right, we now have 128 likes. Oh, sorry, 128 people watching, 112 likes. A little bit better, people. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. According to V. Ashok, Microsoft said Windows 11 will support only 8th gen and above. So I'm wrong on that, right? So 8th gen and above. I thought 7th gen would be included, 6th gen would not, but I guess I'm wrong. 7th gen is not included is what you're saying. Okay. How are you from Nepal? Okay, so Petco is saying it is confirmed that Windows 11 will support Gen 7 CPUs. Looks like Dell XPS 9560 won't be supported. That's crazy. That would be crazy if it's not. But I guess there will be ways to run it on there. It should be able to run it. But again, officially, maybe not. So 7th gen support. So there is 7th gen support. I was correct. Thank you, everybody, for confirming that. There is some discussion that it will support. So it's still up in the air. Let's keep it at that. Battery life is looking much better. Not much better. I'm noticing a little bit of an increase in battery life on the 2 units that I'm running on the Dell and, of course, on this one, which is the HP Elite Folio. This is a 2-in-1. Okay. What are the minimum AMD CPU to run Windows 11? I don't know, but I don't know if that tool is still up there, but the compatibility checker that Microsoft had, I don't know if they pulled it or not. I thought I read somewhere they did. Maybe I'm wrong. That will tell you if it could run. I would tell you this, that at least for sure, the 4000 series AMD Ryzen's 5000 will definitely work. 3000, I don't know. Maybe it will work. I'm not really sure. Does anybody know what the requirements for AMDs are? You have an i5 7200U and Windows 11 is installing just now. So Raja is actually installing it now, and it seems to be working. 7th gen, I don't think is going to be the issue. 6th gen probably is going to be the issue. Mine is the Avita Libre Gen 7 working fine on Windows 11. So there you go, Lacan. Thank you, my friend. They did pull it. Okay, that's what I thought I was hallucinating. They did pull it. I guess they're reevaluating what cannot, or what can run and what cannot run. So there we go. We got another super chat from Executor Raptor. Can't say much about Windows 11 because of the NDAs, which are non-disclosure agreements for those that don't know, but the support is much more broad than what is on the website or documents. Just wait and see. Right, I can talk more about this because I'm not under NDA. I think what he's saying is correct. It'll be available for more than you think, for a lot more amount of laptops and different generations than you might think, and you'd be surprised. I think if it's really based on Windows 10, from what I can tell. There is some legacy stuff there that's still there. So 7th gen should be supported. 6th gen, I don't know, but you still might be able to still run it, just not officially right off the bat. We'll see what happens on that. There might be workarounds as well. So thanks for Executor Raptor for clarifying or at least giving us the right direction on that. So there you go. It will install on older CPUs, but performance will be degraded, and most of the new security features will go a no-go with these older ones. So that had to do with the TPM chip, right? It had to have certain TPM, I think TPM 2.0, Trusted Platform Module, if I'm correct. And that is a security issue, and I think that's one of the reasons you're not going to get it on certain laptops. Good to see you, my friend. All right, will Windows 11 come with Boot Camp on Mac OS? So you're asking a question that really should be asked towards the Apple side. Can you run Windows 11 on Mac OS, which right now on the M1 Macs you cannot, at least not officially. And I think Parallels and the other one, the other virtualization, I forget, I always keep forgetting what it is. I don't know why I can never remember it. But Parallels and the other one allow you to run it in beta right now. I don't know if it's officially out yet, but right out of the box on the M1s, you cannot run Windows at all. So that is a negative in my book. So that's the question you should be asking. If you are, Mendo Studio saying, if you are a Windows insider, can you update to Windows 11? Yeah, I don't think there's any reason why you cannot. You're just getting a lot of the features a little bit earlier, or the builds a little bit earlier, but yes, you could always get the Windows 11. I don't think that's the official one. I think you could opt out. You could turn off the Insider program on your laptop and just run the current Windows 11 when it is released. So there you go. VMware. I don't know why I can never remember that. Isn't that crazy? Parallels and VMware. Thank you. Okay. All right, let's go. Good to see everybody. We're now at 134 of you watching, 116 likes. That's good. We had a nice little turnout here to see Windows 11, the preview build from the Windows Insider program. And I got to say, it's aesthetically looking good. Those recap, it's got a new start menu that's centered. It's got rounded windows. Snap to grid features are a lot better on those windows. So you could get now if you hover over a window, you get this different choices, these templates for how you want to snap it. And then, of course, you have the new store, the Microsoft Store, which is going to be a lot more streamlined, a lot better search on it, just a lot better overall. I think that was neglected in Windows 10, to be honest, and now they're going to put some more emphasis on it here in Windows 11. You also have your widgets that are now, and you can see a dumb photo of me showing any photos, so I got to be careful. So you can see they're giving you news, they're giving you all sorts of stuff. You get traffic, you can get your weather, dumb pictures of yourself. You get stock market quotes and so forth. So you really are getting a lot of new looks. It's just a fresher, cleaner look, in my opinion, and I'm liking it. So let me put this one on. There we go. And for those joining us late, you can see I'm from Las Vegas here. It's Andrew with another live stream here. 7th gen is supported. That's what we've come to determine. What is the photo? Laugh out loud. I don't know. Looking good. It's probably from one of my takes from one of the videos, maybe the outtakes. Looking good, Duck Vision. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Yes, and I think the touch is improved. I noticed a little bit, and I could show you here a little bit, but I did show you a little bit already. Touch is improved. I expect to be more optimization coming. That is coming, so you don't have to worry about that. I think we're going to see a lot more improvements, more features being added for specifically Android apps through the Amazon App Store. That's coming. So a lot of new stuff is on the way. Again, this is very early preview build. It's a preview. It's not even a beta. It's a preview. And it's pretty stable. I got to say, it's very stable. I have not had any blue screens of death, but I think they're now black. From what I understand, it's now the black screen of death. They changed that, but again, nothing. It's all fluid. Nothing's permanent. Nothing. We don't know what the final build is going to be like until, of course, October when they do release it. And we're going to see a lot new hardware, maybe, and I expect we'll see new Surface devices by that point. Probably in October, we're going to look at new Surface Pro, the Surface Pro 8, a new updated version of the Surface Pro X. So we'll see. They're not going to release it just with software-wise. They're going to release some new hardware to go along with it. Still a blue screen of death? Okay, there you go, Jeff. I thought I read that it's a black screen. I have not had it. It's been pretty stable. This build has been pretty stable so far. Will there be a Windows 11 Pro? I don't know if there's going to be any more of that. I don't know. Let's go to the system. If I go, and it's still a little bit, let's see if it's a lot of things have changed here. So I don't know. How do I get to system? Let's go to the settings. Let me put system. Here we go. System. And you know, I don't know. I got to look through this, but I don't know where it is. So this is the HP Elite Folio 13.5 inch. And then you get About. So let's go to the About. Oh, here we go. So let's go to this and let me maximize it. So this is running the Snapdragon 8CX Gen 2, as I mentioned. So this is running Windows 11 Pro. So it is saying a Windows 11 Pro, as you can see there. So that answers that question. They are running different SKUs of it, and this is Pro because this is a Pro device, technically. All right. No black. Yeah, no black screen of death, still blue. B, well, actually, black or blue is B, so I guess it's the BSOD. Still stays the same no matter what. But yes, black, but BSOD still works, yes. Did you try PS ARM, Photoshop ARM on Windows 11? No, I did not yet. Not yet. I still have more to come on that. Informed choice, according to Learn with Mac. Why don't they let it run any generation chip and the user accepts security limitations? Well, that is one way to do it, but they're trying to see that the problem is, and the difference between Apple and Microsoft is Apple can change their whole chipset and do it pretty smoothly because they control not only the OS, but they control the hardware as well. Unlike Microsoft, which has to deal with their OEMs, Dell, HP, Lenovo, Acer, Asus, Razer, you get the drift, MSI, they have to deal with all these different OEMs with different criteria in that sense. And they also have to support a lot of legacy hardware. So they're going to have to be backwards compatible. So they're at a distinct disadvantage over Apple when it comes to this stuff. That's why it's hard for Microsoft to move on to a lot of the things that Apple has been able to do because they have to be able to be backwards compatible, especially for their not only their consumer clientele, but their commercial clientele, which is very big for them since they are a services company first and foremost, cloud-based computing and so forth, and so you have to be able to accommodate them, and that's why we're not seeing the big innovations yet from Apple. Not from Apple, from Microsoft. Awesome live show. Always got to run. Headed to the barbecue and fireworks later. Have a great day. Thank you, Robert. We'll see you next time, and I appreciate the super chat once again. Take care, and have a great 4th of July. Is Windows 11 safe, and how long have you been on it? I've been on it for about 3 days. I have not had any stability issues. I have not had any blue or black screen of death or whatever they're using nowadays. So it's been working really well. And I'm surprised on how well it's working, not only on the Intel-based Dell XPS 139310, but also this one as well. And you can see the top-down shot as well of the HP Elite Folio, which is Windows on ARM, and it is running a Snapdragon 8CX Gen 2. You're upgrading it right now? Yeah. So my advice is it has been stable. So for those that are interested in joining the Windows Insider program, just beware. It's still not finished product, of course. They're going to continue to add features. They're going to continue to iron out bugs. I haven't noticed hardly any bugs. It's been very stable so far, but that is not to say you should put this on your everyday laptop, your productivity machine, because you never know what could happen. But so far on the 2 laptops that I have installed it, it's running very stable, very well. So just so you know. With the change of Windows 11 and the requirements for being a Windows 11 licensed laptop, we can finally see a good jump in quality of Windows laptops. Probably we're going to see a lot more of these premium laptops. I definitely agree with that for sure. So we will see and it's good, right? We want to see improvements. We want to see a leap from gen to gen, and we're going to start to see that. Do you think Windows 11 will be available for the M1 Mac? That's up to the Apple. Right now on the M1 Macs, it is not, unless you use Parallels or VMware, and I think they're in beta right now, so I don't think you'll be able to do that. Dude, please help. Is it safe? Please, as my update for it is on. I think you'll be fine, but again, it's a preview. It's not a fully released, optimized version, but to be honest, I have not had any issues, so take it for what it's worth. Is Windows 11 more power efficient than Windows 10? I'm noticing a little bit of a better battery life, to be honest. In the 3 days I've had it, I have not had to charge quite as much, but I don't know how significant that is. The power savings have maybe been a little bit more optimized, so that is been good so far. But again, early days here, early preview, things can change when they add or take away stuff and they optimize stuff, so you'll keep getting updates on it. Only bug I found is heating issues and closing lid shutdown not working. And again, you have to expect there are going to be bugs. This is a dev channel build, and you're going to have to expect it's not going to be perfect. It is a prototype, no such thing as a safe prototype, and I agree. So of course, if you're going to install this, do it at your own risk, and understand what you're doing here is you're installing it with the idea that there are going to be some issues, there are going to be some bugs. Now, having said that, so far, mine's run very stable. I have not had any issues, but that's not to say there are no issues. If you have, and this is a good way to look at it, according to Daniel Fields, if you have a spare laptop, go for it. I would wait for the regular version. And it's, to be honest with you, it's not that much different than Windows 10. I think it's more aesthetically different. As you see here, you get a little bit more of a cleaner look, I think, a little bit more sleek look, as I like to say, with the rounded corners on the windows and just a little bit more aesthetically pleasing look. I've been on it I've been on it for about 3 days now, so and not any issues. What are the things that you don't like about Windows 11 yet? To be honest, I haven't really noticed anything that stood out to me that's been really bad. I just think they're going to add the Android apps. I think they're going to add, let me put me down here. They're going to add a lot more features that we're not even talking about yet, that we probably don't even know about. But I think they're going to optimize it. They're going to iron out whatever bugs they're going to find in these early builds, and it's just going to get better. But I haven't noticed any deal breakers so far. There are issues with Android that hasn't even come out. Google is changing from APK. That is correct. So that is probably one of the big, probably the reason we're not seeing it yet, but it will be coming down the road. I agree. I like dark themes, and especially if you're using a device that has an OLED display like the Dell XPS 139310, we're running that OLED display. If you get the one with the OLED, then yes, you definitely want to run a dark or a black background that will give you better battery life. Do you see recent documents in the bottom of the start menu? So let's take a look. I haven't opened any documents, but yes, you do see the most recent under here. You will see most recent and stuff like that under the recommended tab. So yes, you definitely see it. Again, this is all a fluid situation. You can align it. I guess you can. Instructions unclear. I put my laptop in the shredder. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Satya, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can put your most recent documents. So you're good in that front. M1 Pro versus Spectre 14 versus XPS 15. That's another show, my friend. Well, that's another show. What is this? This is Windows 11. If you're those joining us late, Windows 11 preview build from the Windows Insider program, running on a Dell. I also showed you earlier on with the Dell XPS 13, but this is the HP Elite Folio, an ARM-based processor running the Snapdragon 8CX Gen 2. I am doing well. Thank you, my friend Himanth. How are you doing? I'm doing what's happening. Just checking it out. Windows 11 early preview build and enjoying it so far. Thank you. I appreciate it. Junkware. No, I haven't noticed any junkware. Everything seems to have a purpose on it. It's streamlined. There's not too many unnecessary things on it so far. I'm actually liking it. I got to say that with the leak that there was a bit of chaos inside Microsoft, it's been fun to follow the development of Windows 11 the last 6 months. Right. So that was very interesting. That leak sort of took the wind out of their sails, or took a little bit of their thunder away. But I think in the end of the day, it's a really nice operating system. And so far, if this is an early indication of what we can expect, I actually like it. I wonder, though, who is going to get the spanking from the top? Well, I'm sure somebody's going to be in trouble already, I'm sure. So according to Jacan, or Ikan Singh, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, apologies. Windows 11 is only cosmetically different from Windows 10. It's like the different UI from the top, but inside it's Windows 10. And I don't think that's a surprise, right? And that's fine. I think Windows 10 was fine as an engine type of thing. And you don't really have to reinvent the wheel here. You just got to make it look better, tighten it up, make it perform, optimize it, really tune it up. And I think that's what we're seeing with Windows 11. According to Yash, all the Android apps are going to come on Windows 11, or will it depend on the app developer to publish them? I think it has a lot to do with whether or not you can get those apps in the Amazon store, because they're teaming up with Amazon to bring you those apps. So it's going to be dependent on Amazon. And I think this is going to help both Amazon and Microsoft in the long run, and because what's going to happen is it's going to optimize it for... if more Windows 11 demand is there, then you're going to see more apps in the Amazon store as a result. So I think it's a win-win situation for both parties. Is the control panel still there, or is it finally gone? No, we get a control panel here. You can take a look at it here. And this is the notifications panel. Control panel is on the bottom here, and actually it's been pretty organized well. It's neat. It's laid out pretty nicely. You get your wireless, you get your Bluetooth, you get your cellular if you have it. I have T-Mobile working here. You have your accessibility, the alarms, the airplane mode. Then you have volume, and of course you have brightness. You can control the brightness just initially from this control panel here. It also tells you your battery on the bottom there. It also has a bunch of useful information, and I think it's pretty streamlined. Will you be able to install apps via APK in the future? That is a good question. I don't know. From what I understand, it's through the Amazon store. So that's the way to go right now. They'll be the only way to go, but never say never. I don't know if you can sideload apps like you can on phones and so forth. We'll have to see. Is the Insider build snappy or smoother? I found it very snappy, very fluid. I have not had any issues with it. The classic control panel. Oh, the classic control panel I think might be gone. But if I actually, let's go here. So if I look for the control panel, where is it? They got the File Explorer, Task Settings, Task Manager, Computer Management, Disk Management, Device Manager. Let me look at the Device Manager quickly because it looks pretty much the same. So that has not changed. So you see a lot of legacy stuff. I don't see the actual control panel anymore. I think that might be a thing of the past. I don't see it here, so I don't know. Some Microsoft engineer confirmed that we can sideload APKs on Windows 11. Well, that'd be good news if you can, but of course, always do it at your own risk. It's there. Search for it. Okay. Okay. Let's do a search here. And there's there it is. There's the lovely control panel. Thank you. It's there, and it looks very Windows Vista-like. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's there. Got it, my friend. Got it. Did it, my friend. See, you learned something. You don't like the control panel. It's hidden pretty nicely, so you don't have to look at it too much. Thank God. You're going to see a lot of legacy stuff still there, okay? You're going to see a lot of legacy stuff still there. And that is just, it's part of Microsoft. They're going to have to support legacy products. So you're going to see some there. Can we share Bluetooth file? Can we share files with Bluetooth without doing that thing on the Bluetooth icon like receive? I don't know. I haven't even tested that out. Let's see, BlueStacks, right? So what do you think the future of BlueStacks is? Windows 11 support native Android apps? I think, I don't know if they're going to need BlueStacks, depending on how you can get these Android apps onto Windows 11. It might go away. I don't know. The demand might go away. As a programmer, I bet there is one line of code somewhere in the control panel that breaks everything if they remove it. You never know. You never know. Can you please reply to how long you've been on Windows 11 and how if you have any issues? No, I said that already. Is that the same one you keep pasting? I said I've been working on it for 3 days. I've used it for 3 days. No issues. No blue screen or black screen of death or whatever it is. It's been pretty stable. Is the task manager changed? Let's take a look. So let's go to task. And there you can see the task manager. And again, early build. And as you can see, the task manager looks the same. And there you go. Doesn't look like any changes to that. Legacy there. So there you go. No problem, my friend, no problem. It is working very stable. You should be okay. But again, always beware. The caveat is you're running a preview build. It's not even beta. Expect to have bugs. I have not had any yet so far. Been lucky, but so far so good. So according to George Dow, I guess Google APIs are not supported on Windows 11, so we need BlueStacks at least until there are workarounds, like we can install Google Apps on the Amazon tablets. Very similar situation, I would imagine. So you are correct. Don't keep repeating myself. Okay, people will have to get the replay. I'm trying to accommodate as many people as I can. I will leave the replay up. Doing the best I can, people. Doing the best I can. No comment. Not yet. It's a holiday weekend. Probably next week I will. Actually, I should. That's not a bad idea. Let me boot it up to this week, and maybe I'll do a follow-up on that. But again, I have a prototype, so now that it is out, I wonder how it will compare with a retail unit. That might be an interesting video. Good. Thank you for that suggestion. So I still have it. Can you make a review of the Lenovo Pro 16? Yeah, once I get one, I can definitely do it. Have I tried VPN? I have not tried VPN on this yet. Let's see what this one is. Do you feel Microsoft is heading towards making another mobile phone after launching Windows 11? The OS looks so much like the mobile OS. Well, we had the Surface Duo, but that's running Android with a Microsoft skin on it, sort of. But it is, I don't think they're going to make a phone with their own OS. The Surface Neo was one I was looking really forward to. That looks like they killed that, running Windows X. Was it Windows 11X? I don't know what they're going to call it, but I don't know if that's dead also. At this point, I think they're just going to concentrate on Windows 11, getting that out, and then go from there. But as far as a phone OS, they're going to stick with Android. I think they're all in on that, and I think the Surface Duo later this year will improve on that their first outing. Will you get the Inspiron 16? Yeah, if Dell sends it, I will review it. Neo was running the Windows 10X. I think that's on ice right now. I don't think that's coming out, from what I understand. I think it's dead. And that's a shame, because that was the one I was looking forward more to the Neo than I was to the Duo. So that's a little bit of a shame. More than enough. What did you say? Min is saying, more than enough knowledge for tonight. Thanks for your help. Good night. No problem. Thanks for your reply. No problem, my friend. And I appreciate that. Dual boot, yes. What are you talking about, dual boot? Can you dual boot on this? I guess you could put Linux on it if it's supported. The Neo looked great. So the Neo, It did look great. I liked the form factor. It looked pretty interesting, and the OS looked interesting. We just never got a chance to get it. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they can revive it. I don't, from what I'm hearing, it is dead at this point. So there you go. Input delay. I didn't get any input delay. It depends if there are things working in the background. But so far, I'm okay. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Yes, it is Independence Day. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that, Handquake. That would be, and that reminded me of something from the past where we used to have the dual boot devices like I used to get from China, where it would run Windows 10, and then you would run, and was it Windows 10 or Windows 8? I don't remember. But then you would run Android on a separate partition. Very similar type of idea. What about the consumption when running the OS on laptops? Any improvement? As far as power, I'm seeing a little bit more optimization in this early build, but again, that remains to be seen. A little bit better battery life so far. While I understand the usefulness of having less platforms, I would love for the duopoly of the phone market being broken up. I agree. I think having more competition is better. It spurs innovation. And right now, to be honest, in the phone arena, it's pretty stagnant, to be perfectly honest with you, or quite honest with you. It's not, there's no innovation right now other than the foldables. And we're going to see hopefully soon the Fold 3 and the Flip 2. But right now, there's really not that much innovation. I think we've seen pretty much every form factor we're going to see, just a little minor variations here and there. It's a little bit boring right now. I have not tried the Adobe Suite yet. I will. I'll do Photoshop, I'll do Lightroom, and I will do Premiere Pro. We really need a new mobile platform. Maybe the time to do it. Maybe this is the time to do it. I appreciate that, Yash. That's appreciated. Let's see. What about support of Android apps on Windows Store? So you're going to have to use there will be Windows apps, Android apps on the Windows Store. So you're going to have it through Amazon. So you'll get it through. You'll be able to. It'll be part of this, but it'll be through Amazon. They're going to service it, I guess. How does Google plan to move apps? Bundles AAB from APK effect that Microsoft plans to run Android apps? That is a big question. I don't know. I'm not a programmer, so I'm the wrong person to ask. But hopefully we'll get a build where you'll be able to install these Android apps and you'll be able to get more insight into that. Amazon Store, yeah, and George is right. The Amazon Store is part of Windows Store, I guess. It's a partnership on that, and that's how they're gonna do it. And I think it's kind of smart. They know how to do it, Amazon, because they've been sideloading apps onto their tablets and so forth, their Fire tablets, for years now. And so they'll be able to do it. The holy grail of smartphones would be holographic devices, something like the ones in Star Wars. That would be incredible, wouldn't it? We're getting there, but we're not there yet, that's for sure. Black BSOD, the black screen of death, is a missed opportunity to update the blue screen of death to Windows 11 UI. Imagine seeing a sheet of frosted glass to let you know your PC died. Never would frustration look so stylish, so pretty. Yes, I agree. I'm just happy I haven't seen any screen of death, whether blue or black. It runs pretty smooth. It's a pretty smooth OS. This is, and again, on an ARM processor. So what you're seeing here is Windows on ARM, okay, on this one. So there you go. All right, so where are we? I am impressed with it so far. That's definitely the takeaway. I'm very impressed, especially for an early build. So we're at an hour and 10 minutes. I think we're going to wrap it up here. We got 113 watching, we got 144 likes. I think that's the issue right now. I don't know if that will change. That's why a lot are not going to be supported any generation product prior to a 7th gen processor. Great show. Gotta go. And that is my cue. Thank you, Handquake. As we round it out here, I want to say thank you to everybody and make sure you have a very safe, healthy Independence Day here in the United States. Try not to do anything to get your fingers blown off or anything like that. But I will be back again next week. I got a lot of videos on the way. I have a Dell XPS 15 on the way, hopefully sooner rather than later. I ordered one, so stay tuned for that. I will use more of this Windows 11. I will install the Office 11 preview as well to get an idea on that. for the Windows on ARM. I'm really curious on that one as well. And we're gonna have a lot more coming up. So people, I'm gonna start rolling these videos out. So you wanna make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell. You don't wanna miss anything. So until next time, I will see everybody in the next video. Take care, everybody, and have a safe 4th of July.